Hello friends, good week. How are you today? Vladimir here with you, and this is the weekly review for the last week of July 2012 and the first week of August 2012. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I hope you enjoy the Olympics, which by the way had an amazing, from my point of view, opening show. It was wow, the story about London and everything was really amazing. Alright, so let's take a look. What do we have, friends? As the previous week ended very bullish, and the question is why? As I hope you follow on the blog, I discussed about rumors and more rumors. As you can see here, friends, and on this post, I said that all the time the market is moving thanks to rumors, right? The question is how long, right? So Draghi say they will do all they can, including to buy Spain and Italian bonds. Today on the weekend, Germany said never. Germany said never. Again, the market is moving thanks to rumors. Nothing really happened. No QE number 3. No more money inside the bank sector. So all is very sensitive. Should this up move continue? Probably yes. But because it's very sensitive period, everything could be just fake. It could be just very set trap, and it could crash for any moment, any single moment. But until it happened, we should enjoy from the things we have. Let's take a look on the chart and let's find the opportunities we are going to enjoy probably on the upcoming week. The first thing I would like to discuss with you is the pound New Zealandian. I explained this pair several weeks ago as well, that we expect a retrace back to the upper side of the Bollinger Bands because of the 20 candles ride moving average on the Bollinger Band, sorry, and because of the continuing divergence. We have had the up move, and now we are moving lower again. Now I suggest we start to watch for two possibilities. The first one is double bottom. It could go for a few more days, create a bullish candle here, create a wonderful divergence here on the MACD, and from here just start a wonderful strong up move. Right? We can see that if the price is pushed down, the MACD could create a bullish divergence, RSI could create a bullish divergence, even maybe stochastic will join them. So everything could be wonderful there. If we take a look on the weekly chart, we can see we have a support, we have even a trend line that could meet a little bit lower, and the stochastic is already on the oversold as well. So could it push lower? Definitely. Could it stop on a double bottom? Definitely. That's why I say we have to watch for the level. The first level is a potential double bottom. The next level is around it's a range somewhere around 190, 191 all the way to 188. That's a range where it has to stop, and with this current divergence it built itself, this area, friends, will be wonderful buy opportunity. So watch out for the pound New Zealandian. Okay? If it creates the regular divergence, let's say it creates a double bottom, then our target will be here, the first target. The second target, the duplication. If it pushes, for example, a lower and creates with an angle, a divergence with an angle, then our target will be this channel, right, which we create, and that will be the first target. The second will be, of course, the duplication. So, which means we have what to wait for. So, pound New Zealandian is the first pair you have to watch. The next pair is the Aussie against the franc. I've been talking about this pair on the last 2 weeks, and it's still holding. During Friday it looked like it's going to make the down move, but instead of that just retraced on the last hours and pushed higher. What's about to happen? The first thing I do want to show you is this monster weekly, just erase the not necessary lines, monster weekly trend line. You see that? An amazing trend line, which today a friend of mine just showed me this line. I was not aware of that line, I must admit. But pay attention how powerful is that. By the way, Ali, if you hear that, thanks. If you hear this weekly review, thank you. That's your line. Now pay attention, friends. This month is about to end, right? This month is about to end. We have a Bollinger Bands open, right? We have Bollinger Bands open here with the trend line, and we have a level that was broken here, 0.99 plus. This level before the continuation, normally based on the Bollinger Bands rules, has to be retested, which means the week ends on a Tuesday, which means that technically maybe the retrace will start somewhere soon, maybe a little bit higher even, but start soon and take us for around the 0.99 or even lower before the prices could try and continue. Based on weekly chart, we have band to band move, a Marubozu, and a kind of hammer on the upside, which means the bulls begin to close their positions, which means we have the sign that it could push lower. Going back to daily chart, based on this engulfing, from my point of view, it's only a question of time until it pushed, but it could push a little bit higher, maybe to the trend line, which means us around 103, 103 plus. It means us there. Maybe the MACD will create another bullish positive high, right? Another positive high, which will create PNP right now, right? Positive, negative, positive, which will be a wand, which will turn the continuing, and then on the last part with a regular sign, which wonderful sign. Plus, we have more than 20 candles, right? RSI dancing on the extreme, and that's why I say, from my point of view, the area, as I said on previous week, the down move will start or from here or from a little bit higher, and will meet us back to the trend line, this one, which will meet us as well, of course, on the support area around the 0.99. So the up move will make itself. The thing is, it could take time, but we must have some patience here. That's how cycles create themselves on the extreme. The next interesting thing I would like to discuss about is the pound yen. We talked about this pair, which the first thing it has to do is to go and reach the support area right after this break. It did reach that, and the second target we were looking for never was reached. Never. That was a trend line, and it never reached and retraced up. So it was kicked on break even on the last part of the trade. The thing is, what's next? And as for now, I prefer to stay neutral. So I want to show this because I do think now it's time for neutral. We have been shorting that. Now back to defense. The next one is the gold. Finally, the gold made the break out of this triangle. And I would say, as I said not once, gold normally on August is a bullish on a bullish move. Should that be one way? No, but I would say like that. As long as the gold will hold right now above 1585, as long as it will hold this level, I think that it will push back to the 200 moving average on a daily chart, which is somewhere around 1650 and higher, and then it might go and push even higher. And if we take a look on the weekly chart, the upper side of the Bollinger Band, as for now, is around 1675. So from my point of view, the gold has more where to go as long as it holds above 1585. I keep my bullish position as long as it holds. But what we must be aware of, if this area is not broken, you see that around the 1630, if this area is not broken and we get a daily bearish candle, that's a very weak sign, and in this case it's better to get out. Okay, now pay attention for this one. And now I do want to discuss in a few words about the euro dollar, which from my point of view is extremely interesting. The weekly chart created an engulfing, and now I want to show you a very interesting thing. I do want to show you how I compare the euro dollar to the US dollar index. Pay attention, friend. This is a weekly chart. We have a weekly divergence. Classical? Definitely no, but a weekly divergence. And this line, right, was tested once. It could go and be tested the second time. Now I go for Nadanian, and pay attention. This is the US dollar index on the weekly chart. What do we have here, friends? What's that? That's a false break. A false break on the last part, right? Now pay attention for this trend line. The trend line take us for this meeting, right? Which means the US dollar could push lower. It could push lower. Going back to the euro dollar, pay attention to the divergence. This divergence is exactly the opposite to the euro dollar, which means the US dollar index could go and complete this false move and continue lower. If that's the case, the euro dollar will push higher back to the weekly 20 MA at least. Therefore, I do think that we have to go and look for buy opportunities for the euro dollar. How? Two ways. The first way is to act conservative, to take this line and to wait until it will be broken. Once it's broken, go and trade the longer line as a target, okay? Which means the 200 moving average and the trend line. The second way is to be more aggressive, okay? More aggressive, and watch this area. Once it places itself above this area, right? It closes above, and RSI crosses the 50, jump in, aggressive style. Another way is to go for the 4-hour charts, look for retraces. As you can pay attention, friends, we have a bullish convergence here, right? We have a bullish convergence here, which means every retrace down should be considered as a buy opportunity. And that's the last way, shorter term way, with lower stop loss, because in this case the stop loss will have to be placed below the last low, and it will be much lower than jumping right now or with the break. And that could be wonderful opportunities to jump into the euro dollar and enjoy the potential retrace up. But as I said on the very beginning of this video, the situation right now is very sensitive, because the market move up based on the rumors. Every refuses from Germany or every not agreement from any other country about the move could cause the big retrace lower. Again, we must act carefully here. Plus, friends, pay attention for this what is that? With the schedule for upcoming week. On Thursday, we have the minimum bid rate for euro. On Wednesday, we have the meeting from Bernanke. Meeting with Bernanke, FOMC state, which, based on the expectations, he should go and come with QE number 3. Will that happen? I'm doubtful. It could happen. And that's what could, as I said, it's very sensitive, because anything that is not based on the rumors could make the market retrace down again. That's why we have to be very careful and act very careful here. Okay? Pay attention for this day. And on Friday, it's non-farm payrolls. Very sensitive week based on the news. And now I would want to discuss about the OZ against the dollar. We discussed about the false break. The false break did not hold because of the rumors. It made a false break, it retraced down, but here it stopped. Never break below this small trend line. Never. And RSI never crossed 50. What's about to happen right now? Aussie dollar could go and make a push a little bit higher, even though we got a Marubuzu on a daily chart. It could go and push a little bit higher. We have on a weekly chart, as you can see, we have also a trend line which could meet us right here. It's even from here, but this one is much clearer, which could go and meet us here around 106 approximately. But it could go and cause another false break here. If Monday closes below this area, that's another false break, another very bearish sign. And if it's pushed higher, look for the meeting of the trend line with the resistance before the next powerful retrace. The divergence is still here. It is only question of time until the move will happen. Okay? As for now, I do not suggest to jump in, but if it will be a false break, definitely go with that. Go with that. Dollar yen. Well, before I continue to the dollar yen, I do want to explain one thing. On the blog this week, I discussed about a few potential trades. One of them was no, that's the euro pound. One of them was about the market cycles. In this case, I discussed about the Australian against the Kiwi. But why I show you that? I suggest you start to watch the blog. I upload almost on daily basis. I upload daily post. I share trades there. And on the live trading room, I discussed about a potential cycle. On the blog, I discussed about the OZQ, but the cycles. We were waiting for a cycle for the dollar yen. We discussed about that. Now pay attention, friend, what could happen. Dollar yen did break out of this range. Now it's retesting this support. It could. We have also, as we can see from the last point here, with a bullish divergence, we have a bullish push, the first push, right? And now it can go and create for us a correction and continuation. But it also could go and create lower low. About the continuation, it's easy. After the correction, look on the support and look for the buy. But I do want to discuss about the other way. If dollar yen push slower, friends, I suggest you to start watch this range, 77 plus to 77. Right? That's the range, big range. But watch this area, because if it pushes slower, it could go and create a wonderful continuing divergence on the daily chart. Which means if it does make a push right now lower, we will get a wonderful buy opportunity from the range of 77 to 77, 60, 70. That's the range. If it pushes from here, then on the shorter time frame, as I said, look for the correction down, go for lower time frames like a 1 hour chart, look for buy opportunities there with a bullish divergence, then push it all the way to this trend line. But in case it does not make this move and push lower, then we might have fabulous opportunity with daily continuing divergence to buy. Okay, but don't forget, pay attention for this pair. It's very, very interesting. On very interesting situation right now. And if the markets will push higher, dollar yen should follow the same. Now I do want to discuss shortly about the indices. This is the Nasdaq. Okay, made a false break below this channel. It closed below, it retraced to test it, but the test finished inside. You see that? Here, it finished inside. So we never get a good sell opportunity. The question is, what's next? I still think the up move will be limited. But right now, I become neutral. We can go right now for a weekly rise higher for a double top on the Nasdaq, on the S&P 500, and of course on the Dow. We can go for double tops. Right now, I become neutral. I do not think it's clever, and we should deal with the indices right now because they move based on the rumors, and I think when the right time comes, it will stop and retrace all the way again. Therefore, my recommendation, stay away from that. We have a lot of opportunities without that, and that's enough. That's really, really enough. That's all, friends, for this week. Thank you very much for watching this video. I wish you a wonderful trading week and enjoy the Olympics. We waited so much, right? So it's time now to enjoy that. Thank you once again very much. Have a wonderful week. Good trades, good profits. Yours, Vladimir.